Now we're going to go through the complete version of Imagine, which is going to sound more like the original recording, although remember the original does not have any guitar in it, but we're making it work on the guitar. You'll notice that I've uploaded this little notation here, and this is what you're going to be doing for almost every time the chord progression C, C major 7, F comes up. Notice we have this little 3-note pattern, which we're going to call a run, and the notes are A, A sharp, B. I'm going to play that for you. A sharp, B, which is second string open. What that's going to do is take the place of your last strum of F. When we first learned Imagine, we strummed the F chord an extra time here instead of doing this run. So what we had was every time the verse, the intro and the verse, same chord progression came up, we would do C 3 times, C major 7, and then F 4 times. Then we just repeat. Now what we're going to do instead is put in this run in place of the last strum of F. Now it's going to sound like this. C, 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 C major 7, F for 3 strums, and then the run, and then we go right back to etc. Okay, here we go. One thing to remember is that when you listen to the song, even though it has piano, not guitar, we're imitating the original version with piano. The last line of each verse, he does not do this run on the piano. And that's because the end of the verse goes from F to the beginning of the bridge, F. So it doesn't make sense to do that run is meant to lead you from F back to the C. Because the end of each verse goes directly, stays on the F rather, we don't do the run. You'll see as I play through it. All right, I'm going to play this at regular volume with this run. Before I do, if you're using pick, I recommend doing up, down, up. And that's because that's going to put you in position to go back down on that C chord. Whereas if you do down, up, down, you're finishing there and then you have to lift your hand back up to get to the C. Also, some of you are going to be using your ear to figure this out instead of using the notation, which may lead you to do this instead, which is 3rd string, 4th fret. That is the same note. However, open is better because while that open string is ringing, that gives you time to get right back to that C chord. If you do this, you're going to have to cut off that note. Also, since you already are on the F chord here, your second finger is already on the note that starts the run. So don't slide up and do that. You're already there. Okay? Now, if you're using fingerstyle technique and you're using your thumb, could you use thumb? You could do that. I would do this. Index, middle, or middle, index, middle. That would be fine also. So you may experiment with this and do what you feel is most comfortable for your right hand. I'm going to use pick. Here we go from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the intro. This is the verse now. This is the last line of the first verse. No run here. Just stay on the F. Here's the bridge. F, A minor, D minor 7, G chord, G7, let it ring. 2, 3, 4. Second verse. Now you can put the run back in. No run here, it's the last line. Stay on the F. F, here's the bridge. A minor, D minor 7, G chord, G7, let it ring. Now we go to the chorus. 2 strums each. G, C, E7, F, G, C, E7, again, stay on the C for 4 strums. Third verse. Now you can put the run back in. Last line of the third verse, no run here, stay on the F. Now bridge, F, A minor, D minor 7, G, G7, 2, 3, 4, last chorus, F, G, C, E7, F, G, C, E7, F, G, and we'll end on C. There's the whole song. I did that pretty quickly. The actual song is about that tempo, maybe even a little faster, but you may want to slow it down as you practice this week.